Is it ever too early to start talking about the next Samsung Galaxy phone? I've already released some leaks and rumors about the Galaxy S26 Ultra, but I wanted to compile a list of things that we've heard so far and things that I think will end up happening for the S26 Ultra, which is due to be out in January or February of 2026. And we're about, 7, 8, 9 months out from that time. And what better time to start the rumor mill and get a list of things that are going but now. So let's just talk about it. So Snapdragon 8 Elite 2 should be the processor in this. I don't think that comes as any big surprise. There's been rumors and things coming around saying that, hey, potentially they might use an Exynos processor. They might go back to that. But I think with everything that's going on currently with tariffs and things wanting to be built and made in America, and then companies moving some of their manufacturing to America, and plus Samsung lately just having a great deal with Qualcomm, I think the 8 Elite 2 for Galaxy would be an easy get for this. 16 gigs of RAM, you've got to expect, I say this all the time, especially the last few years, that they're gonna go back to putting 16 gigs of RAM in their flagship phone. You've got to imagine they're going to do that. So hopefully we'll get back to that where they put 16 gigs of RAM in the phones and they get away from just having 12 gigs. Not that there's a huge difference between the two in day-to-day performance, but over the long term and also with how much they push AI and moving AI more so off the cloud and to on device, it's going to help with that. Storage allotments should be the same per rumors, 512, 256 and 1 terabyte of storage. Same 6.9 display, 120 hertz dynamic AMOLED display. I'm guessing they're going to push the nits up to about 3,000 nits. That's just a guess. Haven't heard anything specific about that. Just more of, again, a guess to say, hey, look, we've changed the display. We've made it a little bit brighter. It's easier to read in the sunlight. So I think they will do something with that. The cameras are relatively the same, 250 and 50 and 12 on the selfie, but reportedly some of the cameras, the telephoto, I don't think, maybe the main as well, but some of the cameras overall will have new sensors from new manufacturers, new models. So the cameras, even though they are keeping the megapixels about the same, the quality of the photo should be better. The look of the photo should be different. And you would expect that with that, you're gonna end up getting, hopefully, again, like I said, better overall photos. You wouldn't think they'd change just to be worse photos. So that should be a good thing overall. 6,000 milliamp battery. There's a rumor floating around that there's gonna ultimately be potentially a 6,000 milliamp battery. That'd be going from 5,000 to 6,000. I don't think that's going to happen. I think if we get any battery increase and at all, it's gonna go from 5,000 to 5,400. But I would have to bet that we're just gonna stick with 5,000, but I'll throw it out there, 6,000 milliamp battery. 65 watt wired charging and 25 watt wireless. The reason I say 65 watt is because we've been at 45 watt for so long, and if they do go to a 6,000 milliamp battery, they have to upgrade the charging because 45 watt wired on a 6,000 milliamp battery is gonna push this to be taking even longer. So that's why I think they'll finally, if they go to 6,000 milliamp battery, they'll also push up the wire charging to 65 watt wired and give us the 25 watt wireless charging. But no magnetic ring again on this phone. I think that's more for the weight of this. So if you're gonna wanna use 25 watt wireless charging, you have to get a case with a magnet built into it. And having no magnet ring, like I said, lighter in weight, that would be another feature. They wanna keep getting these things thinner and lighter. I don't think this is necessarily gonna be a thinner phone this year until they actually remove the S Pen, which would be in the 27 Ultra. But the S Pen should have be supported, should be inside the phone, and there's already rumors that Bluetooth is returning to this model. I'll believe it when I see it, but there's all, like I said, there's rumors that Bluetooth will return with it, so we'll put that in there. IP68 certification, I don't think that's gonna change. New AI features, I think, again, a given. What will those be? We've heard video removal, removing things from video. We don't have it yet. I think we'll get a better understanding of new AI features that will happen when Google talks about Android 16 a little bit more, and maybe some new AI features that are in that haven't been spoken about or that will be released over the coming months. And you'll see those ultimately in the S26 Ultra. One UI 8, Android 16 should launch. That One UI 8 and Android 16 is even rumored to launch with the Z Fold 7 and Flip 7, which are coming out even before the 26 Ultra, so it wouldn't be that big of a surprise. And then price, I believe, would be $12.99 to start it off and then go up from there. Might even be more expensive due to tariffs if those continue on by the time this phone is released. But that's kind of what we're looking at in terms of rumors, expectations with this phone. I don't think the look-wise is what you're kind of seeing on the screen. I don't think there's going to be that much a difference in this phone. The 24 Ultra was awesome. 25 Ultra took it to a step above. 26 Ultra I think is going to do the same thing. It's not going to be a huge difference in terms of a phone, but it's going to be a nice upgrade feeling wise and looking wise and performing wise. So let me know what your thoughts are on this. Obviously, as time goes on, I will update this list and give you more concrete information, but for now, this is what we're kind of looking at and again, expecting. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you down the road. Peace.